And I know they really wish we would fall till we fall. I'm the big bad wolf, there's a full moon, y'all.
What's up guys, Teach from Duke City Kicks here, coming at you guys with another video. And today I will be comparing one of the hottest shoes in the sneaker game, and that is the Adidas Yeezy in the version 1 and 2. The colorways I have in front of me are the Oxford Tans in the version 1 and the Beluga in the version 2. Overall, I'm going to be comparing these shoes down to the box, so let's get into the video. Alright, so first thing I'm going to be comparing is the boxes. As you guys can see, this is the version 1 and this is the version 2. I think Adidas did a great job as far as the version 2 box goes. As you guys can see right out the gate, you have all this text over it where it says Boost 350, and then over here in the front, this is kind of just like a title. It's almost like a title to an intro paragraph of an essay. It's like, that's how much detail they put into this. Same thing on this side, but this is the tag. This really hasn't changed from the version 1. I mean, the version 1 has the same exact tag, as you guys can see. But the version 1 was just a bland box, nothing special. Taking a look on the inside of it, however, it comes with that paper as usual. And the box is just like thin, so nothing too special about this box. But in the version 2, I think Adidas did a great job with the sliding option that it has. As you guys can see, this paper is premium just like the shoes itself. So I think Adidas went all out on these shoes. I mean, even looking at the construction of the box, as you guys can see, it's way thicker. But overall, that's the box of these shoes. So I think Adidas did a great job on the version 2 box, and it's a huge step up from the version 1. Alright guys, so first things first, as you guys can see, Adidas made a huge step up on the design of the midsole on the version 2. As you guys can see, this midsole isn't painted over and it is a better quality plastic, and it is actually a little higher than the version 1. It does rise up and come around the shoe like that, and then instead of there being a suede pad, the midsole is now raised over a little bit higher now, and it's just a translucent outsole. On the bottoms, as you guys can see, the pattern is different compared to the version 1s. Instead of it just being these little almost like looking air bubbles, it's now this pattern with the boost all around. And they did keep it the same towards the bottom of the shoe. You do have this hint of the boost on the bottom, just like the version 1, and it does say boost where the traction pad is on both shoes. So that is the similarities that there are. One of the next things that is very noticeable from the version 1s to the versions 2 is that the tab is now removed from the shoe itself. As you guys can see, it is actually a heel pull tab instead of it just being this flimsy shit in the back. This is more constructed to the heel of your foot. So I think Adidas' approach to the shoe was more of the comfort of the buyer. I mean, the version 1 was more comfortable shoe as it is, but I think the version 2 was aimed for more comfort to the consumer. I think they listened to a lot of suggestions. I noticed on the version 1 that people were complaining about how the heel did rub against on a few people, and it did cause some irritation, so they did definitely step it up with this heel design. Next thing I did notice with this prime knit, it is also knitted over 3 times with this yarn. So if you were to press against the shoe, it's almost like a responsive prime knit. A lot of people have been saying that the shoe almost hugs your foot like a sock. Taking a look at the toe box, they're about the same, but if you were to look at the Adidas version 1, if you were to push down on it, it's not as responsive as the version 2. To address the elephant in the room, obviously one of the biggest changes from the version 1 to the version 2 is this orange stripe that comes around, that wraps around half of the shoe. As you guys can see, it says supply 350, and it's kind of a bittersweet thing that Adidas added to the shoe. A lot of people would say, I don't really like that addition to the shoe, I don't really like the shoe at all, but some people will say this is probably the best thing that's on the shoe. I honestly think that the orange gives it that, the gray to the shoe a pop, and overall it gives it a different characteristic. Other than the Oxford tans, I mean, it's a great colorway, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of just that bland tan. I mean, there's not really much to it. It is clean, but I think that the Supply 350 with the almost like an atomic orange just gives the shoe a whole different perspective. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today's video on the comparison between the Adidas Yeezy Boost version 1 and 2. I'd like to thank my boy Pat for giving me an opportunity to check out these shoes. Huge shout out to him for him to be able to get his hands on these. It's just awesome. Here in Albuquerque, we don't have much opportunity to get a lot of heat, so this is just great to have these and to see these in person. I think these are awesome. But overall, I think that Adidas did a great job on the version 2. I think they did a huge step up as far as comfort goes and the overall design. There are a few things that they could change, but I think it's kind of a hit or miss or a bittersweet kind of experience for the people that buy these shoes. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more content every Tuesday. This is Teach signing out, guys. Peace!